Hello, this is Randy Schuneman from Bulldog Rooter. Today's date is September 9th, 2017, and we are doing a video inspection for a house at 2023 East 35th Avenue, Spokane, Washington. And this line was put in January 11th of 1961. It is an Orangeburg line. Right now we are looking at the concrete line, basically at the property line that goes out to the sewer. I've got a little bit of a challenge right here. I had to put a ball on the end of my camera to help me make the jump at a couple pieces of pipe that we'll see in a little bit. But right now I can't push my camera out any further because of some of the settlement in the sewer line. My camera lens is about 1.25 inches, 1.5 inches in diameter. The ball that I put on it is beveled to allow me to make jumps over irregularities in pipe. And it adds about another 1.5 inches, approximately 1 3/8 of diameter to the entire tip of the camera. And right now at 60 feet 9 inches I am stuck and can't go any further. So what we're going to do is pull back. Before we get started, the bottom of the pipe looks like it is on the top of the screen. It's normally where the light is at for my camera because it sits in the bottom of the pipe. With this increased elevation with the ball, it's a little less difficult to tell where the bottom of the pipe is, but I'll try and make you aware of this as we pull back and complete this video inspection. We are looking at concrete pipe that goes out to what is either concrete or tile in 35th Avenue. You can see a little bit of, in fact, there's a lot of cobwebs and spider webs in this line, so that'll indicate the top of the line. But we'll start pulling back here and see what we have. I saw a couple issues that I want to make specific mention of as I pull back. And let me get my camera kind of resituated here. Like I mentioned, we're at about 61 feet, and we are pulling back. You can see a little bit of aggregate. Let's see, I'm going to pull this back a little further and give my camera head a tip. You can see the top of the pipe here, how it's kind of settled. This is where I was having trouble making the jump. This is about 61 feet out. It's where in fact you can kind of see some rub marks in the concrete there, but basically the concrete pipe comes in lengths of about 4 feet long, 3 to 4 feet, and right here it's settled and doesn't allow me to go further without a ball on my camera. Pulling back, we're still in the concrete. This has got to be right at about the property line in the front of the house. Here's another little area of settlement. Right here at about 60 feet. You can see a pretty good size separation at this joint. This isn't as noticeable because the separation is more at the top of the pipe. So the fluids and solids draining from the house will drain stair-step down basically, and not as critical as when they bump up from down below. Basically it's going downstairs instead of upstairs. And we're still in concrete. Right here we have kind of an interesting deal. The line has to drain slightly upstream in order to drain out. This is at 54 feet. Again, my camera lens right now is probably pretty close to 2 inches from the bottom of the pipe. And let's see, right here at about 53 feet we are underwater. And right here we're underwater again. Right here we run into what you can see all the standing water here with the increased height of the bubble that's on the end of my camera. If not for that, we would still be underwater. Basically 50% of this line is obstructed by standing water, and you don't want that. You want a nice open pipe so that solids and fluids move out to the sewer and don't create an issue with sewage backups in the house itself. This is at about 52 feet. We have transitioned at this point into Orangeburg. You can see right here, kind of tough to see because we're going underwater, but you can see the concrete pipe straight ahead. It's lighter color. And then this black material is Orangeburg. It's compressed tar paper. Began use in construction and so forth in the early 40s. Continued way too long. You can see Now the bottom of the pipe here is in the lower right hand corner, but you can see some blistering right here, kind of in the middle of the screen at about 6 o'clock. The blisters come off. Not really round pipe, so to speak. Here at this point you can see how it has become oval. This is a very normal condition with Orangeburg at this age. It begins to blister and ovalize. Cabling it, basically you're trying to restore some semblance of roundness to the pipe, and basically what you're doing is removing a little bit of pipe to accomplish that. This is at 47 feet. You can see some pronounced blistering on the bottom of the pipe. You can see the ovalization more pronounced. You can see as my camera head kind of bobbles around as I'm pulling my camera back, we're basically going over blisters in the bottom of the line. Looks like some loose change there at about lower right hand corner, which is the bottom of the pipe. You can see more blistering, pretty good sized blister there on the top. More ovalization that you can see at this joint. That's always the weakest point with any pipe, is at the ends. Right here we have more standing water again. A little blister there that I had to kind of give my camera a yank for. Here's a stalagmite coming in from up above. Must have hit another one because I had to give a little pull there. That could be at the bottom. Again, we are holding probably about an inch of water on the bottom of this line, so it is having to, ooh, there's a perfect blister right there with the top torn off of it. This is at about 35 feet. Continuing to pull back. Still noticing some ovalization in the pipe. Right here at this seam you can see pretty pronounced ovalization. That was at 34 feet. Yeah, spiders. I've done about 3 toilet flushes in this to try and get my camera lens out as far as possible. There you see some pieces missing from the pipe on the top. More ovalization. This is a pretty good looking pipe right in this little section, with the exception of the ovalization. Here you can see at this pipe seam pretty significant ovalization. Continuing to pull back. Coming up on 20 feet here pretty rapidly, still pretty ovalized. Right here we see torn blisters in the pipe, some standing water, whether it's the blisters or the grate on the pipe settling that's creating that issue here. What do we got right there? Nope, that looks like normal pipe. Still ovalized. Continuing to pull back. I'm going to pause just real briefly while I restore my light here. I just lost a battery. Okay, we've got some light back now. We'll resume the video inspection. This is about 15 feet to the house. You can see a lot of blistering in the pipe here. Looks almost like frog skin. During the course of the video inspection, the bottom of the pipe is now in the upper left-hand corner. We are continuing to pull back. Looks like we have some standing water here at about 14 feet. Right in the middle of the screen there's a crack and a blister, or basically the top's blistered off and gone downstream. More ovalization here, pretty pronounced at 13 feet. Bottom of the pipe is still on the left-hand side of your screen. And a lot of blistering in this area, holy cow. This is at 9 feet. Right here it looks like we are transitioning into iron pipe. Possibly. Let me pull back just a little further. This is pretty normal looking rust and oxidation on iron. As far as superior material to the Orangeburg, yep, this is definitely the orange, or the black iron back there. Looks like that ties in. There we go. at that transition area. There we go. And we will be pulling up the clean out here. And we are out of the line. This is the clean out that we're looking at behind some pegboard in the laundry room. Again, this is Randy Schuneman from Bulldog Rooter. Today's date is still January 9th, 2017, and that will conclude the video inspection of this main line. Thanks for choosing Bulldog Rooter.